Today's Saturday, June 29th, and you may be thinking, that I haven't had a video in a couple of days, so everything's going pretty good, and luck must have changed. But that's not quite right. So we got a bearing out in the fertilizer truck. Jeremy was able to get all the milk cow fields fertilized, and then when he went to wash it yesterday, he noticed the bearing was out. KBH right now is empty. We still have a little bit more fertilizer to put out in the next couple days, so we gotta get that fixed. Probably get started on it today, get it all taken apart, because I'll show you real quick. Anything that has to deal with fertilizer, it's all rusted up, so it's not gonna be simple as just unbolting it and taking it off. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. Anyway, so we'll get started on that today at some point, and then show you what else we got. So there's just a couple fields left to fertilize. That half a hay field that needs to be done, and then a couple heifer fields that need to be done, and that'll be it on the fertilizer for now. So hopefully first of the part of the week we can get all those done, and then if you guys remember in the previous videos, the big gigantic hill that's out there where we have the bred heifers, Jason and Wes cut that on Thursday for dry hay. They said it's gonna make about 100 bales, and I mean, I drove out and looked at it, but I haven't been out there since they cut it. So yeah, but hopefully today they get it baled. It's supposed to, I think, this afternoon, 30-40% chance of rain. So this here's the hay trailer that we used to carry the bales to the commodity barn. And yesterday, Chance decided to try to do a hairpin turn and folded the wheel underneath itself, so with it loaded. I think the cast iron spindle is bolted onto the steel, so hopefully I can just take this and peel it back up and weld it back. Probably won't be ever as strong as it once was, but maybe it'll still be useful or usable. We got a hydraulic hose busted in here in the barn, on the same side that we fixed the other day. That double solenoid, one of the long hoses. We'll get that fixed real quick. Okay, hopefully you can hear me over the flush tank filling up, but got the hose unhooked. We got two different ends. We got a smaller end and a bigger end. Smaller end goes down there, bigger end goes into the cylinder right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the smaller end and tape it to the old hose, and then Chance is gonna pull it through, and then that'll replace the hose through the pipe, and then we can hook it up down there. Alright, finally got it taped good enough. Had to retape it. Alright, you're not going to yank it, you're just going to pull easy, okay? Because we don't want them to come apart. So no yanking. So no yanking, just nice and easy. Okay. If it feels like it catches, stop pulling. I'll push while you pull. Hang on, give me a second. Okay, keep pulling. Good. All right. Just putting some thread tape on the threads. These new ones, the swivels do work, so it's a lot easier putting the new one on. Alright, we got that fixed, got the hose replaced. The only thing we got left to do is check the oil. Probably have to add some oil to it, and then we'll get some tie wraps and tie wrap the hoses up. Alright, this milker's been giving us some trouble. It's not wanting to come off the cow. It should automatically come off the cow, and it's not. The other day, let's replace the milk flow sensor, because usually that's the problem. But that didn't fix it. And so what we're going to do, I already checked these little white buttons here, the series of buttons. You can move those around and it'll give you a different how to explain it. It'll give you a different time that the vacuum comes on, or just whatever kind of setting you want. If you want the cows milked out more or less or whatever. Well, it's the same as any other board, so that would have been the easy fix. I don't know how it would have changed, but so what we're going to do is we're just going to swap boards with this one and then see. Okay, so we're going to swap boards with this one. And then, if this milker is not working, then we're going to know it's probably a bad board. But it's not going haywire or anything like that, like it normally would. So it's kind of had to like trial and error and figure out what the problem is. It's not really that big of a deal. It's actually been acting up for a couple months, but what it is when it doesn't come off, they have to press stop. That's all it is. So when you go to put the milker on, you press start. The milker automatically comes on. You attach the milker. The milk flow sensor reads the amount of milk going through, and then at a certain set level, when it's not reading as much flow, it'll automatically take the milker off. So with that milker there, all they've been doing is watching it, and then when they think the cow's milked out, they've been pressing stop, and then it pulls the milker off. But I'd rather it be fully automated, and so there's no human error. There's no forgetting about it and a cow getting over milk, or them being in a hurry and just pressing stop and a cow being under milked. Alright, so we swapped these two, got that done. So we'll wait till this afternoon's milking and see what the head milker guy says, if it's acting up or not. He'll be able to tell us pretty quickly. So, and then it'll be back to trying to guess what's wrong with it. Okay, so Jason's across the road right now pinning up some heifers. The younger group over there, they're 6-8 months old, and every now and then we get some issues with liver flukes from especially wet soil. When the ground's wet, you get snails, and let's see how this works. The like egrets, cattlebirds, come in off the Gulf, and they have them on their feet, and so they land out in the field and spread these flukes, and then cows eat the grass, and then on cows it doesn't affect them that much because they're from what I've been told, the ducts in their livers are big enough to pass them, but in younger calves their ducts aren't big enough, so then they get plugged up with these flukes, and then they have a really hard time being able to digest nutrients and things like that. So when the cow or the calf takes a crap, then the snails get in the crap and then eat the crap, and then they crap, then the snail craps on the grass, and then that starts a new life cycle for a fluke. So we got a handful of heifers in here. We got them pinned up right now. Jason's standing there waiting on us. So we got a handful of heifers in here that are just starting to go downhill pretty quick, and so we are going to give them valbazum, which is one of the only wormers that I know of that takes care of liver flukes, and you got to administer it orally. So we're going to run them in the corral, and then I'll strap that jug pack to my back, and then I'll get these two guys to hold them up tight, and I'll just go in and kind of put them in a headlock and shoot them up. It's just I think it's like, is it 5 or 10 milliliters for a 400-pound animal? You just squirt it in their mouth, but there's 110 of them, so it's going to take us a good hour probably, but and it's going to be kind of getting an ass whooping on some of them because some of them are doing really, really good. So that's what we're going to do right now, and then we'll see you when we get done with this. We got all 110 of them done. It's just really humid, so this shirt's screwed. Pants are screwed. We'll go home from lunch. I'm gonna get a shower. Nice cold shower. Did you get my cooler ready yet? Yes. Okay, thanks. See ya. You ready to go to work? Huh? Looks like you're falling asleep. Go to work? Huh? Yeah? You do? Huh? Say hello, everybody. She can't go with me?
No.
Why not?
Too little.
Okay. See ya.
Bye, love you. Bye, Daddy.
So it's not a different day. It's just when I went home for lunch, I took a cold shower and complete change of clothes. Feel refreshed now and can go again. So we're gonna pull up down here. I just hooked the welder up to my truck, so we're gonna pull up down here to that hay trailer, and then may run into the barn real quick and see how that milker's doing, if there's any change on that. And then I still got to run group 2's feed off for this afternoon. I ran group 1's off while group 3 was still eating their morning feeding, and then I parked the wagon and did the stuff in the barn, and then went and did them heifers and all that. So I still got to run group 2's feed off for this afternoon, and then And then Wes went and got a fork. I don't know what you want to call it really. It's a fork with a grapple for the skid steer, and he's got it on a trailer. And we're gonna have to get that unhooked or get it off and get it hooked up to the skid steer and put it somewhere. You still gotta get hydraulic hoses for it though. So we'll get started on one of them 3 or 4 things here in just a few minutes. Alright, so I just ran that feed off and then I went in the barn, and now it was the third milker that wasn't working, and then we swapped the boards from the third and fourth one. So now the third one's working and the fourth one's not. So it tells me it's the board, so we'll have to get a new board. But anyway, and then all the dairy supply places, there's basically 2 of them. They're in Sulphur Springs, and that is where the yard is for the milk trucks, the trucking company that hauls the milk. That's where their yard is. And then I just remembered when I went in there that because every now and then, if you need a part like immediately, they can go and take it and drop it off at the yard for the milk trucks, and then they'll just put a note on it, and then whoever's picking up your milk that day, whatever driver, will pick the box up or whatever it is and bring it with him and drop it off in the barn. And when I was in there, I saw the box that we called for yesterday, because we got one milk cooler fan motor that is trying to lock up. Right now it is locked up. Yesterday it was trying to lock up. Every few minutes it would make some god-awful noises, but it was still turning. And then so we also need to replace that too. I don't know where I left off because of that phone call, but we also got to do that too. So right now we're going to work on this hay trailer. Jason took the wheel off and he took the tie rod off, or the steering rod, and then he also took that bolt out on the spindle part. He didn't have to do that, but we can just need to try to figure out a way to bend it back over and weld it up as best as we can. Alright, we're going to give that a minute and run up here and take that fork off the trailer. Go ahead and just put it on the skid steer for Wes real quick, and then I gotta grab some C-clamps while we're up here. So that's what we're going to do real quick, and then we'll get back to work on the trailer. Does it feel heavy? Like bounce it a little bit. It is. It looks like super heavy.
I was hoping you could see the fork. Oh, there they are. Okay. Oh, okay, good. You can see. If you had that up, you can probably see the forks really good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so you're picking up the sticks and stuff.
How did you get that thing to...
We got to get hydraulic hoses and hook it into the ram in the cylinder and hook it over to the third function right here. It's one of the buttons or the triggers, I can't remember, on the joysticks. We hadn't actually used the third function yet. So. That was a little over $1,500 bucks. Alright, it's taking a while, but we finally got it as best as we can get it. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, yeah. Still got a little bit of a curve and a little bit of twist, but you should be able to haul some bells. I don't know if you should be able to take the weight of some silage bells and chances driving anymore, but should be able to do some hay hauling with it. But so we're gonna get ready to weld that up real quick. Yeah, best we can do. So as long as the wheel runs or rolls, as long as the wheel rolls, right? But it almost worries me how easy it was to weld. Like, I don't know. Hang on, let me get you down there. Just right. It almost worries me how easy it was to weld. I mean, it's still got a big bow there, and it's still a little twisted, but hell, I ain't a miracle worker. So, as long as it'll hold, it'll work. I mean, this ain't... The floor was rotted on this one, and we've been slowly converting them into actual hay feeders. These flat ones like this, we would use them to haul bales, or we would even just set bales on them, let the cows eat hay off of them. But then I might have to zoom in. But over there we got a stack of hay trailers, and there's 3 of those, I think. 2 or 3 of them. The floor rotted out, and we cut all that off and made actual rails for cows to stick their heads in. And so this was one of the better ones. There's actually one that's about the same, but this one had better tires on it. So either we have to retire this one and just use it to feed hay off of, or keep trying to use it and see what happens. But I wouldn't put the heaviest bales on the front no more. I think it'll be okay. It'll work. Sure. So yesterday he was loaded and had 8 bells on it, and he just turned too sharp, and then that tire just, it couldn't turn no more, and just like doubled over itself. I mean, it looks like it's not like trying to I can't think of the word, but like it's aligned okay, it's not towed out or towed in or anything like that. So it looks fairly straight. It's just the frame there is a little twisted still, but like I said, I ain't a miracle worker. Okay, let's go put this welder up and put all the tools up, and then I gotta put out feed for group 3, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mix that feed, and then while I do that, you get silage bales and then carry them up there to the commodity barn. And then I'm pretty sure the fertilizer truck's gonna have to wait. Jason and Wes are baling right now. They're baling that 25-30 acres on top of that hill. And golly. So after that, we may start working on that milk cooler fan. That takes priority over the fertilizer truck right now. So that's what we're gonna go do, and then we'll be back probably when we start doing that milk cooler fan. All right, we got the fan already taken off, the milk cooler. Turn the breaker off, unhook the wires, unbolt it, take it out. Yeah, so now we're gonna start taking the blades and the cage deal off. The motor's like really hot. It was supposed to be running, but it was locked up when I turned the breaker off. So just put my finger on it and burn the finger. All right, we finally got the blade off. We got to use this blade on the new one. I'm going to have a nice blood bubble there from the ball peen, but whatever. Okay. Ah, Jesus. A little bit of miss. Think it's good?
So you don't hit the grill or the deal. Is that about where the other one was?
Probably.
Okay, that's good.
Where's the Allen wrench?
I don't know. Put this in my scrap box over there.
Yeah. It's the same thing as that one. We're about to get hammered, so I'm gonna make it quick. There's this one, it's working out, everything's good. Well, that came out of nowhere. I just barely got the tools put up, and as I was running to the feed wagon, it started raining, and then that was probably 20 minutes ago. I've basically just been sitting in the Puma waiting for it to die down some. Here, I'll show you real quick. That's how much it rained. At least an inch, maybe more, I don't know. All that fertilizer got wet though. And Jason and Wes managed to get all the hay baled. I think they said 81 bales is what it made. So that's not too bad for it being 25 acres. So we'll that's gonna do it for the video. Everything else is gonna have to wait. I wasn't really wanting to start anything else anyway, but so the fertilizer truck's gonna have to wait. We'll probably get it started tomorrow, and then Wes's truck's got the death wobble. It's shaking really bad when he's driving. He said it's almost scary how bad it shakes. So that'll be the next thing we start working on, and then go pop that blood bubble, and then so I guess I'm gonna head to the house. It's like 7:45, 8 o'clock now anyway. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.